Welcome to Invisalign changing trays early. Every 7 to 10 days creates pain video. In this video, we're going to take a look at the pain time graph that I have arrived at while doing my Invisalign treatment. Okay, this graph explains why you can change your trays every 7 or every 10 days, okay, and also why I have pain. Okay, so let's take a look at this. On the left side here, we have pain level, so the amount of pain you have in your mouth. And on the horizontal axis, we have the time in terms of days, okay? So as you know, when you put in a tray, you have the highest amount of pain because the tray is actually different size, okay? That needs to move the teeth, and that's why you have the pain. Now, in the regular scenario, okay, now in our graph, it's the green line, the light green line over here, going from day 14 all the way up to the high level 10 pain for day number 1, okay? So in this scenario, okay, you would have, like what I call the regular experience where, your pain will be high for maybe 1 to 2 days, okay, and then it starts to subside, go lower, 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 and by day 7 you'll have maybe a little bit of pain, and by day 10 it's almost non-existent, and then the last 4 days you really start almost not to feel the actual tray, But in saying this is, you're gonna have to wear it for 14 days, but this is without the chewies, that you chew on, and no device, no Propel M Pro or Propel 5 as it's called, or Ascend Dente Aura. Okay, now if you want to actually go to 10 days, let's say, so 10 days, so the 10 days is over here, okay, and so this amount here, if you go to 10 days, you would be able to complete your treatment 70% faster, which is really good. Okay, now how you do that? Well, you gotta follow the pink line that I have on top of here, and as you can see on the top, the pain level is really high for the first few days. Okay, as you go to day 3, it's still pretty high. Okay, so day 2 and day 3 are pretty high, and then it starts to go lower and lower, and then it comes down on day 5, 6, and 7. So by day 7, you're still gonna have some pain, and then almost nothing, and then here there is gonna be a very minimal amount of pain. Okay, so what you need to understand is the amount of pain directly corresponds with the amount of movement. So the more movement you have, so the max movement, the more pain in the first 7 days. The less movement, and from day 7 to 10, the less pain, and then from day 10 to 14, almost no movement, which means you got almost no pain. Okay, so how do you go to 10 days, or how do you go to 7 days wearing time? Because if you wear it for 7 days, let's say, you can decrease your treatment by 50% if you adhere to the guidelines, okay, of wearing it 20 hours a day minimum, and so on. You can check out my other videos. I'll link down below where I explain how to wear Invisalign for 20 hours a day. Okay, so there is 2 only scenarios, okay, where you can actually wear it for 10 days or for 7 days, okay, and that's following the pink line. And there's 2 scenarios. The first one is the chewies. Now, if you bumped into this video and you did not watch my other videos, I recommend that you do. The chewies are basically the sticks, or they look like, so these are the chewies, okay, these are chewies, and when you put your tray in, you chew on it like this, okay, and that's what puts the pressure on your teeth to move it faster. And again, these are just a variation of other chewies, okay, and these one are just the regular white ones, and again you would chew on them. Okay, so now if you use chewies, okay, you can change your trays every 10 days on a regular treatment. No matter if there is a big movement, there is low movement, it doesn't matter what the movement is per tray. 10 days will cover it, no problem. Okay, now for chewies, okay, you can go to 7 days, but it's only in the refinement stage. When you've finished your treatment, okay, you can ask your orthodontist to go to 7 days if you chew on your sticks regularly, okay. Then you can change your trays every 7 days, okay. Now again, make sure you check out my other videos about how to wear your Invisalign 20 hours a day, where I talk about the actual breakdown, how to go and chew on the chewies to do it, okay. Now there is a second thing, is if you get a device like Propel Pro M or the Propel 5, okay, they have different names for it, and there is also Accellident Aura and so on. So if you get those devices, okay, which is the second option, you can also have the chewies on a device. That's what I recommend. Now I did not have a device, okay, but you'll learn that if you get the device, okay, and this device goes into your mouth and then it vibrates, and what it does same thing as chewies do, only because it is more efficient. It moves your teeth faster because it vibrates inside your mouth, okay, and it creates more pain because of that. And if you have those one of those devices, you can go on a regular treatment and do it for 7 days, and the same thing with refinements. You can do it with 7 days cycle on changing the trays, okay. Now here's the clip of one woman talking that indeed she has more pain when she uses the device, but she can change the trays every 7 days if she wants to.
The Propel V Pro 5. Now this is a little gadget I've been using to help with my Invisalign journey. And before we go any further, I do have my Invisalign in, and every time I'm talking about Invisalign, I always leave them in so you can kind of understand how it sounds when you have Invisalign. To put it simply, the V Pro 5 is something you bite down for 5 minutes a day and it vibrates. And what that does is stimulates blood throughout the jaw, which then helps your aligners of your Invisalign to sit better on your attachments, therefore moving the teeth faster. Therefore, speeding up your Invisalign treatment basically by half. So I've been changing my trays every 2 weeks. Now I change them every week. I started the V Pro 5 on tray 14, and in that time I've changed my tray twice now because it's been 2 weeks. And usually I'd change my tray once every 2 weeks, and now I'm doing it every 7 days, which is awesome. And I was also a little bit hesitant about starting the V Pro 5 because I thought I had to start with these sort of devices at the start of my Invisalign journey, and it turns out that you can actually start it anywhere along your treatment path. I can actually feel that my teeth are moving more. I feel like I can actually feel that my aligners are sitting so close and snug on my teeth. So you actually feel the difference. It's like the plastic is even closer to your teeth. I've actually felt a little bit more pain, a little bit more tension, because I can feel my teeth are moving faster.
So as you can see, that if you get one of those devices, you'll be able to move your teeth faster. However, I strongly recommend that you go ahead and talk to your orthodontist before you switch yourself to 7 days per tray, per set of trays, because you don't want to make a change by yourself, thinking, oh cool, I got it, because Ivan here is telling me how to do it. Well, I'll just do it. What you want to do is you want to start. First, you want to go to 14 days, okay? Maybe be there for like a month or 2 months, okay? I would say minimum months. Then try to go to 10 days, okay? Use the chewies, use the device, and it's fine even if your teeth move, then you feel like you can put on your tray, but still wait until day number 10, okay? Still do that, let's say, for a month, okay? And only then, you go and you say when you're doing it every 10 days, you tell your orthodontist, oh, listen, I'm doing this procedure. Okay, it looks like it's helping me. I've been putting it every 10 days. What do you think? Can I continue wearing it for 10 days? And if you're doing a good job, they'll allow you to put a new tray in every 10 days, okay? And then, okay, then if you want, you can go ahead and try to do it in 7 days, okay, and see how much pain and movement will happen, and if you can continue, you know, change tray after tray after tray to stay on the plan, okay, on your time frame. And make sure you talk to your orthodontist before switching to the 7-day cycle, okay, because they have to approve it. You don't want to make a change yourself and think you're fine, and then come to a checkup and they say, oh, why is your teeth are not moving, or why is your tray not fitting correctly, and you're like, oh, because I switched to 7 days, and they tell you, well, you're not supposed to do that. So be careful. You can do it, but you gotta do it right. You gotta talk to your orthodontist, and you're gonna be diligent wearing your Invisalign. Okay, so check out my other videos, and I'll see you on my different content.